Welcome back to the Fourth and Inches podcast. Alright guys, let's get right into it. So first up, we have a big trade. Tyreek Hill getting sent to the Dolphins. So the Chiefs are getting a 2022 first-round pick, second-round pick, fourth-round pick, a 2023 fourth-round pick, and a 2023 sixth-round pick. So what do you guys think about this trade?
In my opinion, I feel like there's good and there's bad to both sides. Like, for example, the Chiefs they're not going to pay a wide receiver $30 million a year. So that's obviously a W. At the same time, I feel as if that offense is never going to be the same without Tyreek Hill. And
Definitely.
And for the Dolphins, the good thing is that they got two or more weapons. So that's good.
Yeah.
The only downside is they're going to have to pay a wide receiver $30 million a year. And that's preposterous in my opinion, but we can continue on.
I think right now, what's his contract? He's on a 4-year, $120 million. Wow.
Yep.
But that's also with the not all that's guaranteed. He has $72 million guaranteed. Still a boatload of money. And I mean, I can say he deserves it because he's been such a good wide receiver for the last few years in the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But who knows if that has something to do with the fact that he has Patrick Mahomes throwing to him.
Mm-hmm.
We'll also have to see how he does with Tua.
Yeah, my one worry is that Tua is just simply not going to be able to get the ball deep down the field and let Tyreek Hill continue that deep threat wide receiver style that he is.
And also, in addition to the Dolphins, right? So their offensive line is not very good. Like, yeah, they got Teron Armstead, but there's still four other positions that are mid to below average. So I'm not sure they'll have enough time to actually let the play develop and extend, if you know what I mean.
That is true. Yeah.
And on the other hand, how do we think Mahomes will do without Tyreek Hill, his best deep threat?
I think he'll do fine. I
Oh,
think
I
he won't put up as good of numbers, but he'll put up good numbers. He still has Juju. He still has McCole Hardman. Josh Gordon might get suspended. Who knows with that guy?
I honestly see
And he still
Mahomes
has Travis
struggling
Kelce.
the first
He
half.
still has Kelsey.
I mean,
So I saw this post on CBS Sports said Patrick Mahomes without Tyreek Hill. His record is 4 wins, 1 loss. He's averaging 347 yards a game, has an 8 touchdown to 1 interception ratio, and a 63.5% completion rate. This is
Wow.
Patrick Mahomes without Tyreek Hill.
that's pretty good. That's really good.
Yeah.
It is only a 5-game sample size,
Mm-hmm.
but those stats in those 5 games are pretty good.
Shows
Mhm.
he'll do well without him. Yeah.
The
I think my
touchdowns
concern
were kind of low, though. Only 8 over a span of 5 games.
Yeah.
I think my concern is who are they playing those 5 games? I guess that's my only
That's also
concern.
That is true. I do not know that information.
See, that's the thing with statistics, because you can skew it anyway without getting into the whole context or story. That's the thing. Anyways,
Yep.
so in regards to how they're going to replace Tyreek Hill, so I feel like, first of all, they're going to target OBJ. I think there's reports coming out saying that they're targeting him. And now that they have 2 first-round picks, I'm pretty sure at least one of them will be based on getting another receiver opposite Julius
Yeah.
Smith. And this receiver has to be a number 1 receiver. There's no way they can get another speedster or like a second receiver, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
so that should be interesting to see what they do there.
Alright, I have found the games that Patrick Mahomes has played without Tyreek Hill, and here are the opponents. He's played against Denver, the Oakland Raiders in 2019, the Ravens, the Lions, and the Colts. All of them
So
were
bad
2019 or
teams, bad
before.
teams.
All of them.
They're
Okay,
pretty decent
so-
teams, not trash.
Decent,
Yeah.
but they're not the best. So I mean,
Trash teams. Trash teams.
Like,
Yeah, I mean they were still the Colts.
we
Wait,
didn't face
this is
the
2019
next
Colts.
This is 2019 Colts, 2019 Ravens.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
2019 Ravens, so that's a good team. So we can give credit for that.
Yeah.
2019 Colts, that was pretty trash. I mean, that's Jacoby Brissett.
They won that game too against
Oh.
the Ravens in 19.
Yep. Yeah. But
goes to
I guess
how
we can
good he is.
conclude that he's still pretty good when Tyreek Hill isn't there.
Yeah.
So they're obviously going to replace Tyreek Hill with another receiver. So I think Mahomes will be fine, but it's never going to be the same. Like there's not going to be that one like super great splash play like the one against the Bills, with 1 minute left in the game. Like that's never happening.
Yeah. Unless they get one of these speedy wide receivers out of the draft, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson.
But none of them are Tyreek Hill. That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, Tyreek Hill is almost irreplaceable.
Like a Chris Olave.
You know who's someone that they could target? I think that this could be a very sleeper candidate. What if they were to trade for John Ross? Because it's pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, John Ross is fast, but he doesn't have the production. Like,
I mean,
he's
yeah,
been
but
hurt,
he's had Andy Dalton and Daniel Jones as his quarterbacks.
He's always injured, though. He's always injured.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to stay on the
I mean,
Yeah.
you say that he has Daniel
But
Jones
I
and
don't-
Andy
I
Dalton.
still
He's
don't
just never
think he's
played.
that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Ross has potential, but you gotta stay healthy first.
Yeah.
If he were to stay healthy, I think that'd be very entertaining to see him on that
Yeah.
Chiefs team.
Yeah, but like we said before with Carson Wentz, he's just injury prone.
Yeah. All right. So with the Chiefs losing Tyreek Hill, how do you think the AFC West is going to pan out now?
I honestly could see the Chargers winning the division.
Yeah, I no
I
longer
can see
see
that.
the
I can
Chiefs
see
winning
that.
the division. I don't
think
see
we
it.
go, like Chargers, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chiefs are going to be. It depends on how they replace Tyreek Hill. We don't know that yet, but as of now, if they were to not find a replacement for Tyreek Hill, that's not going to happen. But if they were to not find a replacement, I could see them probably going third place.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Maybe even fourth, because, I mean, that
I don't-
defense is really skeptical. The Raiders, Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Derek Carr, I could see the Chiefs, if they do not get a replacement, I could see them going last place.
they'll definitely
I
get a
do not see
replacement, but
that.
like you
I
said,
definitely don't see that.
if they don't get any replacement, yeah, they'll be fourth.
It also depends
Yeah.
on how the replacement pans out too.
Exactly. Like if they draft Chris Olave and he's not ready just out of the gate, like what's up?
Yeah.
then? You know,
I mean, that team is looking
Yeah,
very
Wilson.
sketchy right now. They're losing Tyrann Mathieu. The D line not looking very good. Pass rush not looking very good. Secondary not looking very good. The offense now, which is what's supposed to be their strong suit, without Tyreek Hill, who knows what that's going to look like?
the linebackers are also pretty sketchy. Bolton is good. I'm pretty sure they still have Melvin Ingram. The thing is, they released their middle linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, so look for them to draft another linebacker again this draft. So yeah, they have a bunch of holes. So
Go after Nakobe Dean, maybe.
the only reason why that team isn't like, I don't know, like a 5-win team is probably because of Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I think they'll still win around 10 games, but it's not going to be the same without Hill.
Yeah,
one
that
year the
division.
AFC West
Mm.
bulks up.
Early.
The 1 year they have combat, the Chiefs just don't. Chiefs just have too many holes. The 1 year.
See, I don't know why they would trade Tyreek Hill because he had another year on his contract. You know, it's one thing if Tyreek Hill, like, they just didn't see any way of retaining him. But there was nothing really released saying that Tyreek Hill did not want to play for them. They could have held on to him for one more year and said he could play out his contract.
I mean,
Yeah, this
even
was
though there
very
weren't-
random.
Yeah, even though there weren't any like reports saying that he wanted to get out, he probably wanted out because he saw what Devontae got and he was like, "What the heck?
Yeah.
Like I need more."
Yeah.
And that's the thing that we see.
Probably.
That's pretty much the moral of the story. Pay your receivers early because what they did last offseason is they put their entire focus into the offensive line and they completely forgot about Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
They're probably paying him extra money. So
Mhm.
for all the receivers in the league, they better all the teams better hope that they pay their receivers quickly, or else this could
Yeah,
happen.
some big name receiver extensions coming up soon. Pick up Justin Jefferson.
That Justin
gonna have to
Jefferson
get paid.
contract?
Oh
Oh.
man.
That is going to be 25 mil plus, I
No,
think.
that'll be 30. It'll be 30.
It'll be
Mhm.
if he does what he did last year and the year before this year, Oh man, we're gonna have to pay him so much money.
Receivers are starting to look.
Yeah.
Wide receiver contracts are starting to look like QB contracts.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If this
For
was
that
2 years ago,
reason-
it would have been a QB contract. Like Kirk Cousins got 84 million for 3 years. That's 28 million a year. That's what receivers are gonna start getting.
So for that reason, do you guys think corners should be paid equal, less, or more than receivers?
Probably equal.
Honestly, they should be paid
It's
more,
tough.
but they're gonna be paid less.
Yeah, skill positions are always going to be getting paid more. No matter how good a corner is, I just don't see them making wide receiver money.
Mhm.
Because with a secondary, if you have a good pass rush, you can negate having less than elite corners, like the 49ers.
Mhm.
But that's a big problem with the Chiefs this year. 'Cause, I mean, looking at it, they don't really have a pass rush or a secondary.
Mhm. Yeah, that team they need help.
Yeah.
I'll just keep it at that.
All right, so speaking about that, let's take a look at this CBS Sports mock draft that was just released. So,
Okay.
first overall, I mean, I think a lot of people see this. They have Aiden Hutchinson going to the Jaguars. What are your guys' thoughts?
Mhm.
That I think that's
It's
just
a
a good
solid
move.
pick.
Yeah.
Help their defense out.
Definitely.
I mean, some would argue that they might need offensive line, but I think that's the right move.
Yeah.
I've made
Yeah.
myself very vocal about Aiden Hutchinson. I might be a tiny bit biased, but I don't think he's gonna be a good player in the NFL. Maybe the next Jadeveon Clowney, maybe, but I don't see him being this big guy.
I mean,
I
obviously,
don't like him.
yeah. I mean, obviously, he's not one of those like really elite prospects like Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa,
Mhm.
Chase Young, one of those. But he's
Yeah.
he's good. He's good. I think with the right
I think
coaching, he
he's-
could be elite.
I think he has the potential to be elite. I do think he has that Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa potential. I don't think he has the raw talent that they have, but I think if he finds the right person, he has that type of potential, you know?
Yeah, I think he could be one of those guys who really thrives if he has another good pass rusher on the other side of the edge as him. Just like in Michigan, he had David Ojabo on the other side.
They do have Josh Allen on the Jags, so
Yeah, Josh Allen and Aiden Hutchinson. That could be if Aiden Hutchinson pans out well, that could be a good combo.
yeah, that could be the next best thing.
All right, next up, the second overall pick. They had the Lions taking Kayvon Thibodeau. Feel like
Mhm.
that's a lot of, some mock drafts are taking him 1, some are taking him like 9.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, it's you could flip flop Thibodeau or Hutchinson. I'd take Thibodeau 1, Hutchinson 2. Just that's what I do, but I think that's a pretty good pick.
I mean, the
It'll
thing
fill
with-
some holes that the Lions need.
I mean, the thing with Thibodeau is that he's really talented. It's just the production in college wasn't there. So that's why people are a little skeptical about where they should take him. But obviously the talent is there. He's really talented. And if he gets the right coaches, as aforementioned, he's going to pan out really well.
Well,
I
he was
honestly
for the
think,
first half of the season, I believe, for Oregon this past season, I believe.
Mhm.
I honestly think that the Lions should trade back and try to get more picks because they just have so many holes in that roster.
Mhm.
It's just, I think they should trade back, try to address more needs. All right, so does anybody have the stats for Thibodeau last season?
Yeah. 9 games played, 7 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 35 solo tackles.
All right, do you have tackles for loss?
Tackles for loss, he had. Hold on, let me look. There's some here. I don't think he had any. It's not showing any tackles for loss on ESPN, so
Mhm.
I don't know if he had any.
I feel like you had to have some tackles for loss.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, 7 sacks in 9 games. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not
good.
bad.
I mean, we call elite seasons 15 sacks in a 17-game span. So
Yeah.
that's really good. Do you guys want to move on to pick 3 with the Texans?
Yeah. All right, so number 3, the Texans are taking Ikem Ukwonu. Did anybody know if I pronounced that right?
No idea.
Not sure.
Definitely not. And I'm just saying, I'm not gonna pronounce that right either.
All right.
All right, offensive lineman out of North Carolina State.
I mean, you can
To be
never go
honest-
wrong with the tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can always.
I mean, as PFF said, they need sort of everything. So I think if they want to build around Davis Mills, they need to draft that cornerstone tackle to protect him.
I think that they should maybe, if they're taking a tackle number 3 overall, I could see them trading Laramie Tunzel, trying to get another first-round pick. I think right now they have 2 first-round picks. Yeah, they do. I think they should trade Laramie Tunzel, try to get like, I don't know, maybe top 25 pick. The Titans are pick number 26. I think that they could use a tackle.
Yeah.
So I could see
Maybe
that sort of
would.
trade happening.
I mean, there are lots of teams that could need to upgrade their tackle position. So, yeah. I mean, that's a possibility. But like I said earlier, I mean, they sort of need everything. So I don't think it would be a bad idea to take a tackle at 3.
All right. Number 4. This one's kind of shocking. They have Sauce Gardner going number 4 overall to the Jets. Now, that is very early for a corner. I mean, he's a good corner, but I don't see him going before dudes like Kyle Hamilton.
I mean, he's not Jalen Ramsey, and they drafted Jalen Ramsey, I'm pretty sure, it was top 5. So I don't know why they have him at 4. I'd say that he's still a top 10 pick, but I wouldn't say 4. Like, I'd say Kyle
I think that's
Hamilton.
too early.
Yeah, and arguably even what's his name? Stingley might be even better than him. So I don't know about that one, but I guess that's what it is.
I like Sauce Gardner. My one worry, same thing that everyone said about Devontae Smith last year. He's very, very undersized. I feel he's very skinny.
I feel like for me, that's not my main concern. My main concern with Sauce is the the teams he played in college. Because you see a guy like Stingley, who's in the SEC. He plays Alabama. He plays all those big guys. Cincinnati, they played Notre Dame last year. They went to the college football playoff and lost to Bama. Yeah, Gardner didn't let up a touchdown. I don't think he did. But it just comes down to just like strength of schedule, kind of.
Yeah, you're right.
I genuinely think Stingley is gonna go before Sauce Gardner, just because the flashes that he showed in that freshman season were just so great. Injury issues are always there, but that's with everybody. There's never going to be a player that you're 100% certain they're not going to get injured. Yeah, some dudes might be more injury prone, but I feel like teams are willing to take that risk if they see a dude just with that much talent.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
so,
easily.
Number 5, the Giants are predicted to take Evan Neal, according to this.
I think that's a good pick. Get Daniel Jones some good protection, some good trustworthy protection.
Yeah, Dave Gettleman vowed to fix the offensive line for years, and the second he left, they're fixing it already. So I think it would be another good move to draft Evan Neal.
You could also help out Saquon, maybe help him revive his career.
Oh yeah, they need if they can build up an offensive line. And poor Saquon, such a great athlete, just played behind such a bad offensive line.
Especially his first 2 years, he was still producing even though they had that trash offensive line.
Yeah.
Injury issues, and make up for it.
All right, number 6, they have the Panthers taking Charles Cross, another offensive lineman.
Personally, I disagree. I think they'll take Kenny Pickett.
I could see that.
You could see that happening,
Yeah.
Because they need a quarterback.
I could see getting Desmond Ritter.
Or
who's the from Liberty?
Kenny Pickett? I know, Malik Willis, yeah.
Malik Willis.
Yeah. I don't think
they just signed DJ Moore to that big contract, so I think that there's a very good chance to take a quarterback to finally give DJ Moore that just a good quarterback to throw to him.
Here's the thing though. I know you mentioned Malik Willis. That coach is like he's about to get fired. So I think if they want a stable option at quarterback, they should take Kenny Pickett instead.
Yeah.
He's
A lot
more
of people are saying
pro-ready.
he's the most NFL ready quarterback out of any.
And Matt Rule, in my opinion, he's not a good coach. He's about to get fired. So he needs to safeguard his position. And I think he'll take Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, number 7, they have the Giants taking Trayvon Walker. Try to get a good edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
Do they still have Leonard Williams?
Yeah, I think he's still on
I
contract.
believe so. Yes, I
They
believe
make a
so.
good combo.
Yeah, that could be a pretty good edge rushing combo.
They have Aziz Ojolari.
Yeah, another young
also-
guy.
Yeah.
Mm,
he had, like,
yeah.
10 sacks. So they have.
Oh,
Aziz,
if-
they have
Yeah.
Leonard and they have. And
If they have Aziz Ojulari, I mean, I don't really see why they would take another edge rusher.
because they
I
don't
mean,
have.
isn't
another
Trayvon
one on
Walker
the other
more
side.
of an inside?
I mean,
I don't know.
you could also
think-
you always want depth.
I do think they need that depth. I think they need it.
Yeah, I mean, every team needs depth. You can never really have too much depth
I mean,
at a
here's the thing though.
position.
When you're picking in the top 10, you're not drafting
Yeah.
for needs. You're drafting for the best player available.
Yeah,
So
Definitely.
this
And
would be the
that's
best
something
player
that-
available, especially for the Giants, because they also do need
Mhm.
an edge rusher. So I think it made perfect
Yeah.
sense for them.
But that's something that a lot of head coaches get wrong. It's not like really top 10, top 5. It's not what you really need. It's who's the best player there. Who's
Exactly.
the
yeah,
best
like we saw
player.
that in 2019. The number 1 overall pick, Kyler Murray. I mean, they already had Josh Rosen,
Yeah.
and they abandoned him immediately for Kyler
and
Murray.
in that exact same 2019 draft, the Raiders drafted need and they drafted Clearance Farrell. How did that work out for them?
Not
Mhm.
yet.
Exactly. So at number 8, the Falcons are projected to get Kyle Hamilton.
I really don't see him falling past 5. He's just such a generational talent. He's this year's Kyle Pitts, just a unicorn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If the Falcons manage to pull off getting the 2 unicorns of the draft back-to-back years, that'd be pretty good. That'd reflect pretty well on them.
Exactly. They just
Yeah,
need that
impressive.
quarterback though, and I think they'll wait till next year to get it.
Yeah, because they just
Just
lost Matt
Mariota.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh
much
yes,
for Mariota?
they did get
Yeah,
Mariota.
they did
Yeah.
get Mariota, but how many weeks is he lasting before he gets injured?
Yeah,
He's
that
like Tyrod
offense
Taylor
is
Green.
looking. That offense is looking pretty skittish. Just Kyle Pitts and a few other wide receivers there.
Next
Much
year, I
else.
think
They
they'll.
lost Russell Gage, Calvin
Next year, I
Ridley,
think they'll be good.
Calvin Ridley's not playing.
You could even see
and
them
Yeah.
draft a
Russell
receiver here,
Gage
to be
due to
honest.
build.
They
So
don't have any
Kyle
receivers.
Pitts is their only real
Fill
weapon.
the
Kyle Pitts
Ridley
is
gap
Cordero.
for a
I mean-
season.
I think they could just put Kyle Pitts as a receiver.
No, they're not gonna move Kyle Pitts
No.
to a wide receiver.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't see it.
that is. He sometimes does play wide receiver. Well, when he was in
I think
college,
he really is a wide receiver. Like his body type, he's a wide receiver.
He's
But
built like a wide.
yeah, I feel like he wants to continue to line up in that tight end spots just so he can like have the chance, like some outside linebackers covering him.
Exactly.
I don't know why he wants that, but hey,
I mean mismatches.
For him.
All right, number
I don't know
9,
if
they
they
have the
absolutely
Seahawks
better.
taking Malik Willis.
Like that
Yeah.
pick.
I mean, from the tone of their voice, it seems as if they're fine with Drew Lock, but then again, they still have the same coach that said that they weren't trading Russell Wilson, and they ended up
Yeah.
trading Russell Wilson.
Mm.
So they've been talking out of the side of their mouth, but I don't think they'll
Yeah,
draft
definitely.
Willis.
I think that they should draft a tackle. I really think Drew Lock has the chance. I think that with the weapons that the Seahawks have in DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, I feel like if they can get him a solid pocket, I feel like he could actually do some stuff.
You know, it's quite funny how we're bringing up the fact that they'll build up the offensive line after Russ leaves.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like Russ, I think. Like Russ is basically a legend for them. I don't know
Oh,
why
yeah.
they didn't build up.
he's probably
O-line.
their all-time best quarterback.
Yeah.
No,
I don't.
Why don't
Like,
they
no
build
name.
up
No
O-line?
name comes to mind. when I think a quarterback in Seattle besides Russell Wilson.
But here's also the thing, though. He had a bunch of cap. Like, he took a bunch of the cap. So they didn't have enough money to spend on all those particular positions.
See, but when people say that when you pay a quarterback big money, you're not going to be able to pay the rest of the offense, I don't really think that's 100% true, because there's always a way to restructure contracts and open up cap space. Like the Saints, $80 million above the cap, they restructured a whole bunch of contracts and got over the cap. And now, this season, they had some of the most cap in the NFL.
That's true, but it is difficult, though. If you have a QB signed to a big contract like Dak Prescott, he lost Amari Cooper, Aaron Rodgers losing Devontae, now Mahomes losing Hill. Would make it difficult.
Exactly. All right, so at number 10, the Jets are projected to get Devin Lloyd, linebacker.
All right, I mean, I could see that. Try to build a staple for the defense.
Yeah.
I think that's a solid pick.
That's pretty solid. I don't think I don't think Devin Lloyd is worth the 10th pick, though.
Yeah. I could see them taking, like... I feel like getting Zach Wilson, some more weapons should be a priority. Mm-hmm. Maybe Drake London. I mean, 10 is kind of early, but once again, it's what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lloyd was a pretty good player for Utah. Mm-hmm. I know that for a fact.
I think
Devin Lloyd would make a good combo with CJ Mosley if he comes back.
I think that they should try to sign Bobby Wagner, get the linebacker situation situated before the draft, then they could go wide receiver or running back.
I doubt.
But I mean, you're not going to take a running back 10th overall, though.
Yeah,
definitely.
But when you're in the top 10, as I said before, you got to go with the best player available, because most likely, it's not one player that's gonna put you into a playoff push if you're in the top 10. No.
Jamar Chase did for the Bengals.
Hey, bro, it's Jamar Chase. Be serious. He was the best player available.
All the free
He was the best player.
Yeah, that is true.
That was the best player available, and that's why they made it to the playoffs. You're not gonna make the playoffs with a bunch of they fit a need players. You need to get into the playoffs with a bunch of star players that you drafted.
Yeah, you need that.
You need some blue chip talent.
You need that one guy who can shine.
Exactly.
An argument can be made for them drafting so well, but Jamar Chase had way too good of a year.
I know for a fact I clowned the Bengals a little bit when they didn't take Sewell.
Oh no, we all did.
I mean,
and then the preseason, he couldn't catch anything. We were all clowning on him for not being able to catch. Week 1 against the Vikings, oh man, he shut everyone up.
Mm-hmm.
So, number 11 overall, they have the Commanders taking Garrett Wilson. As a Ohio State fan, what are your thoughts on Garrett Wilson? He's
awesome. I'm kind of upset that he's leaving junior year. I prayed he'd come back for his senior year, but the Commanders are going to get a good one if they get him. And they'll have 3 Ohio State starting wide receivers in Terry McLaurin, Garrett Wilson, and Curtis Samuel, which I love that.
I mean, here's the thing, though. I mean, if people are saying that we should get a wide receiver, and I think that's influenced the fan base to think towards getting a receiver. But when you actually look at a receiver core, I don't think wide receiver is a need.
It's solid.
It's already a solid core, and we have a bigger need at linebacker, middle linebacker, and free safety. So, if we're
but that's why there's later rounds. You can address those needs in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round. If you're picking early and you see a good star player, I mean, I say go for it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if we're gonna draft Garrett Wilson at 11, I'd say that it's a must that we draft some linebacker at 47. I think that we're picking. So, yeah.
I'd say a better pick for you guys might be Drake London, because just get that big body, aggressive catching red zone threat.
We have a bunch of 6-foot wide receivers. We need that one that's like 6'5" or 6'4" or 6'3".
Yeah.
All right, so at number 12, the Vikings taking Derek Stingley Jr. Caden, I know you badly wanted Sauce. Are you willing to settle for Derek Stingley?
Honestly, yeah. We just need a corner. We just signed Zadarius Smith. I love that signing. But our corner group it's rusty and it's gonna be rusty. I think Patrick Peterson has talked about coming back. I don't know if we've offered him anything. Cam Dantzler has shown flashes but hasn't been consistent. So Stingley, that'll be a nice addition, and then
Did you see the Vikings signing Stephon Gilmore?
no, I don't, if I'm gonna be honest.
All right. Number
I'd say-
13, they have the Texans taking Jermaine Johnson, the edge rusher out of Florida State. I think the Texans they need they need everything. I mean,
Yeah, they can't really go wrong.
they need everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Weren't they in the AFC Championship game? Not even 3 years ago.
I think it was
4 years ago.
2 years ago. I think
division.
the year that
The divisional, yeah.
D-Hop all left.
no, the year that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, they went to the AFC Championship, had like a 20-point lead.
Yeah, that was the divisional. They were winning 24-0 and they just blew it in one quarter.
Yep.
That was, oh man.
Yeah.
Ever since they
Oh
blew
yeah,
that
it
lead,
was Titans versus Chiefs in the
ever
Yeah.
since they
AFC
blew that
Championship.
lead, the Texans have never been the same.
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien can do that sort of thing to a franchise.
But yeah, I mean, going back to the pick, it's a solid pick. Like, the top 3 positions are the QB, the edge rushers, and the offensive tackle. And yeah, so this would work out. He's a good pass rusher, so I think it would be a good pick.
All right, and at 14, they have the Ravens taking Trent McDuffie, which I don't mind. I see us drafting either an edge rusher or a corner.
Yeah, I think it's a good pick. And Trent McDuffie's he can play in the slot too, so that'd help keep Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters outside. Have 3 good corners.
I like the pick, but I feel like I'd rather get someone like George Karlaftis because just
Honestly, I wouldn't.
we have edge. I mean, our the Ravens secondary is really good right now, and you can get away with having a average, mediocre cornerback 3 if you can get pass rush. And if we have Odafe Owe and George Karlaftis rushing off the edge, then I feel like we can get away with still having a pretty good secondary.
Yep. All right.
All right, so at 15, the Eagles taking Drake London, get a big body receiver to bail Jalen Hurts out.
I mean, they already have tons of
It's a
speed there.
solid
Plus
pick.
Watkins and Devontae Smith. So I have nothing to say about this pick. It's a good pick.
Yeah, what do you say, Julian, seeing as you're an Eagles
I-
fan?
I mean, I say it's the smart pick. Maybe not the pick that the Eagles are going to do. Eagles are not good at drafts. We all know it. And Eagles love their speed. It's not the pick that they're going to do.
What position do you think they should draft?
What position? Definitely wide receiver. Then like O-line and linebacker.
All
But
right.
I really don't think they're gonna take like that big body receiver now. That's not something they do. They always like speed. So yeah.
I mean, if
Alright.
Howie has finally come to his senses, he'd probably take a wide receiver. I think from this projection itself, I can say that this would be a good pick for them because they need that size desperately. And you're talking about getting a linebacker. If we could move on to the next pick, they're literally taking a linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kobe Dean. I think he looks like a really good player.
He does.
Has
I
his
think the Kobe
40-yard
Dean,
dash time come out?
Let me check.
Because I feel like if he runs like a 4.5, I mean that's one of the best lines.
He ran a 4.52.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
fast time. So
That's a good
really
time
good
for a
time
linebacker.
So
Definitely.
you could arguably say that he is better than Devin Lloyd. So that'd be a good pick for the Eagles because they released their starting linebacker. What's his name? Alex Singleton. So that'd be a major upgrade right there. So yeah.
All right, 17. They have the Chargers taking Kenyon Green, offensive lineman. To be honest, I don't see them taking offense. I think
Yeah.
they gotta go defense.
They
I think they
a
need to
linebacker.
take Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
They need a linebacker. I
Jordan
mean,
Davis can help the run defense. That's their biggest weakness. on
exactly.
their
Their run defense is the reason why they didn't make the playoffs. Like, arguably, it's one of the reasons. So
secondary is solid, and their pass rush also now is good. They just need more run defenders.
exactly.
And Khalil Mack is a good edge run defender, but I think they need a dude
Some guy
right
that-
in the front. They need a good big nose tackle just to stuff the inside
Davis would
zones.
be ideal for them.
But yeah, I'd say they should probably draft a linebacker here, in my opinion.
Yeah, linebacker, interior lineman, one of the two.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, yeah.
18, the Saints taking Matt Corral.
Matt Corral.
Sorry, Matt Corral. Yes, quarterback at Ole
Matt
Miss.
Corral, definitely.
I saw that the Saints also re-signed Jameis. Did they
I
not?
don't think
So-
they're drafting a quarterback this draft. I think majority of the league feels like this draft class is trash. So I don't think they're gonna.
'Cause
draft
it
Matt
is.
Corral. They might
This
go
draft class is a bunch of nobodies.
exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, no.
They're
No.
solid prospects. They're just not the ones
They're
that
not- they're
people
not-
The
use.
reason why people say the quarterback prospects are bad is just because they're not from big schools like Bama and Ohio State.
The thing is,
Yeah.
there's not one single one that's like Malik Willis. Cool, he's 6'1". Like, you know what I mean? Matt Corral.
There's no one who
I feel like
stands
he's
out.
one hit
They're
away
all-
from getting injured. Kenny Pickett has small hands. Desmond Ritter's not elite. He has no elite traits at all. And what's his name? Carson Strong. He's slow. So there's no perfect quarterback prospect in this draft like there was in 2020, 2021, 2019, all those draft classes. So
You know the status of Michael Thomas. Like, is he ever gonna play again?
I don't
I
know.
think he is.
I think he's coming
Going
back
to
this season. I think.
And next season, I think he will be back.
That being said, I
Finally.
don't think he's
Alright.
gonna do well without Drew Brees throwing him slants every play.
Yeah, it's saying that he's projected to return this season.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna take a quarterback. I think they're gonna let Jameis, and if Michael Thomas comes back, and I think they could draft another wide receiver. To be honest, maybe Chris Olave.
Jameis was doing pretty good, wasn't he?
Yeah,
He was playing good.
He was
Yeah.
playing the game manager role really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were like what, 4-2, I think,
I think they were 5
at the
and
start of the
2.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah, 5-2, I think.
And then
They
James
were-
tore his ACL.
And
Yeah.
and then they had Taysom Hill, and then Taysom Hill got hurt.
All right, number 19, they have the Eagles taking a safety, Daxton Hill out of Michigan.
I have no problem.
I think
with that
that's
pick.
stupid.
I have no problems with that pick.
What were you saying,
I'm sorry,
Julian?
I think that's stupid. We need a cornerback. We need a cornerback. There's no reason we should be taking a safety.
I mean, you have Darius Slay, but I mean, yeah,
He's
you can use
one
some.
man.
Yeah, you need some depth.
Guy can't control the whole of our defense. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the whole of our secondary, more like.
I
But
feel like
still, this
Eddie-
guy is one person.
I mean, anyone that you draft in the secondary would be an upgrade. So I have no problems with this pick. I think he'll be okay.
I
he
could see
probably
you guys
have a
taking
quarterback in
Andrew
the second
Booth.
round too. So I think you guys will be fine.
I don't think there's going to be that many good cornerbacks in the second round. Are there?
Maybe, but I also have one proposition. So I feel like the Eagles could potentially trade away this pick and try to get a first-round pick in next year's draft. Because if Jalen Hurts doesn't pan out, they would have 2 first-round picks next year, so they could trade up and try to get their guy, whether it's CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, or one of those quarterbacks. So that's just my proposition.
Yeah, I'd say Bryce Young. Bryce Young looks amazing.
But it's very
Anytime I
unlikely,
watch him.
very, very unlikely. So at number 20, it's projected that the Steelers will draft Jordan Davis.
That's a good pick.
I really don't know if I see that happening because they already have Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt.
Yeah.
I feel
I mean,
like
Cameron Hayward's a pretty good
It's
run
just-
stuffer.
It'll just make that defense just that much better, I think.
I feel like they should go secondary, to be honest.
True, they could use some secondary help, another corner.
So I have 2 opinions on this. So one, I feel like they're gonna trade up and try to get Malik Willis because I feel like they're secretly drooling over him, right? If they were to stay pat, I think they would draft Matt Corral or Desmond Ridder because they do need that quarterback. So I think they would draft a quarterback in this case. I don't know though.
Their starter right now is
Right.
what, like Dwayne Haskins?
Trubisky.
Mr.
Oh
Trubisky,
yeah,
Trubisky.
Trubisky. Yeah.
All right, 21. They have the Patriots going Andrew Booth Jr. cornerback. They need wide receivers. I mean,
Mhm.
you need wide receivers. You need weapons for Mac Jones to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they called Julio? Has anyone seen anything about them with Julio?
They haven't done jack this offseason.
Exactly. They've done nothing. They've lost J.C. Jackson. They might even draft corner in this case, like it's written right here. So, yeah, I mean,
I just think they need to go. They need to get a weapon. I think.
exactly. They have no elite wide receivers. They have a bunch of okay dudes like Jacoby Myers. He's cute.
Yeah.
Kendrick Bourne. He's cute. They're not Jamar Chase. They're not Julio Jones in his prime. One of those elite wide receivers. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
they need that dude.
All right. Packers. They're finally drafting a wide receiver in the first round for Aaron Rodgers, right when Devontae Adams leaves. They have them Packers taking Chris Olave out of Ohio State. As our resident Ohio State fan, can you tell us some stuff about Chris Olave?
I think he put up better numbers. I don't know exactly what his numbers were, but he got more touches, but Wilson's still the better prospect. He's still the better player. He's still more NFL ready. There's one reason I don't like this pick, and it's because he's going to Green Bay. That's just, I don't like it. I don't want to have to scream, God damn it, Chris Olave, why are you tearing us up?
Or maybe he could suck in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
He has Aaron Rodgers thrown to him. I don't see if they do draft him, he'll have Aaron Rodgers. He'll pop off.
Yeah,
I think he will.
All right, 23. They have the Cardinals going offensive line and Zion Johnson.
You know, I don't really know too much about the Cardinals' offensive line.
Yeah, I know they got some.
Yeah,
I don't think it's very good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they would be protecting.
I mean,
the
Kyler
amount
Murray,
of time,
we've seen him
the
running a
amount of
lot,
time
haven't
that
we?
Kyler Murray has to run,
Yeah.
I'd expect they're pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can name.
I mean, offensive linemen, I'd say yeah, but they have in this mock draft, they have the Cardinals taking Zion Johnson over Tyler Lindenbaum. I think, yeah, Lindenbaum.
Yeah, by
I think
one
that I don't see why they would take Zion Johnson over Lindenbaum.
Over Lindenbaum? Okay.
Yeah, I feel
The
like
Cardinals
Linderbaum's
center right now.
better,
They
but
probably have a decent one already. So
I feel like doesn't Tyler Linderbaum play center?
Yeah, he is.
That's probably why.
they probably have a center already, a veteran center.
Exactly.
Oh, they have Rodney Hudson.
Oh, Rodney Hudson is a good center. That's why.
Yeah. All right, 25. They have the Bills taking Jameson Williams, wide receiver.
I mean, if he didn't get
I don't
hurt,
see
I feel
it.
like if he didn't get
I
hurt,
don't-
he'd probably be in the discussion as one of the best receivers in this class. But since he
Yeah.
did get hurt, the Bills are getting a really good wide receiver, and we've seen people come back from injuries faster than ever in today's age. So I think this would be a good pick. They don't really have too many holes on that team. That's the thing. So I think this would be a good pick for them.
Definitely.
I thought we skipped over 24, but the Cowboys taking Tyler Linderbaum. Finally pronounced it right. I mean, yeah. Zach Martin paired with him, and then they have what's the tackle's name? Smith. Tyron Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a pretty good offensive line.
They lost Connor Williams, so.
And they lost Lyle Collins too, so they need.
Oh yeah, that is
Yeah, this could be used to upgrade that offensive line.
Right. So now going to 26, they have the Titans taking Treylon Burks, which, I mean,
I'm really high on that guy. That guy is fast.
Yeah.
He's tall. I really like him. I think this would just be to replace Julio, and this would just give the Titans another offensive weapon. Now they have AJ Brown, and they would have Treylon Burks. I think it's a need for them anyway, because I can't name a single receiver after that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's about time the Titans get Tannehill's replacement, but I don't know if this is the draft class to do it in, though.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, getting a wide receiver, seeing if maybe Tannehill can step up his game. If not, I feel like next year it's time to kick Tannehill down the road.
Tannehill's been leading them to the playoffs. Well, not really, kind of leading them.
Hey, Derrick Henry's.
Been
Derrick
Yeah.
Henry's doing
I
a
mean,
fair bit.
Last season, Derrick Henry got hurt, and then Tannehill kind of had to step it
I
up.
mean, those dudes like Devontae Foreman was surprisingly very
They
good.
were, oh man, they saved me in fantasy. Man.
All right, and
All
number
right.
27, the Bucks are projected to get Devontae Wyatt, defensive line.
Yeah, I could see it. Going defensive lineman to build up on that already stacked defense.
They lost. I'm pretty sure they lost Jason Pierre-Paul in free agency, and I saw that they just.
I don't think he's signed yet. I don't think Pierre-Paul's signed with anyone yet.
Yeah, he hasn't
Yeah,
signed with anyone, and I think they just re-signed William Golston. So yeah, I think they
Mhm.
would draft D-line again.
Yeah, pair him up with Vita Vea, Shaquille Barrett rushing on the edge.
Yep.
Definitely.
Good call.
All right, 28. They have the Packers taking Daniel Valele,
So
offensive lineman.
he's from Minnesota.
I mean-
Dude, that's a decent pick.
Yeah, get Rodgers some more protection. See that?
Yeah.
Is Brian Bulaga still on their team?
I think
No, I
he
think
is.
he was on the Chargers last year.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers took Brian Bulaga and Corey Linsley from the Packers.
Exactly.
All right, 29. We have the Dolphins going George Karlaftis, which I like that pick. You know, pair him up with Jalen Phillips rushing off that edge.
Yeah, Wagba too. They'll make a good combo.
Exactly.
Like it.
Oh yeah, they did. Okay, if they re-signed Emmanuel Ogba, I don't know how likely it is that they take an edge rusher. I can much more see them going maybe offensive line or secondary. But I guess by 29, there is a lot of the offensive line and secondary talent have already been taken.
Elite
Mhm.
left on the line.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
a
agree.
solid pick overall.
Right, 30, they have the Chiefs taking Boye Mafi, a defensive lineman, which at this point, with the TYREEK trade, I could see them trying to trade up.
I mean, yeah. So
And this mock draft is before the TYREEK trade.
yeah. So Boye Mafe. So they need defensive end because I feel like Frank Clark is not good. So this would be to replace him, and they could unload his contract because Frank Clark is hitting the cap so much. So
Yes.
I think this would be his replacement.
All right, 31. They have the Bengals taking Roger McCreary, which I think that's a good pick. Keep on building up that defense.
Mm-hmm.
The offense is solidified. I mean, they built up the offense line, receivers set, running back set, quarterback set. Take that defense, they build that up. That is a scary team.
Exactly.
It'll be a scary team to be reckoned with in the AFC and maybe even the Super Bowl again.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Lions, they have Sam Howell dropping all the way to 32 to the Lions.
I don't think this would be a good pick for the Lions because how would you draft a quarterback in one of the worst draft classes?
I mean,
Yeah,
and you're trying to
yeah.
rebuild. I don't really see you drafting a quarterback, especially in this draft class, a quarterback, when you're trying to rebuild your team. I say you go skill positions.
Exactly.
Hmm I think they just rock with Goff. See what he does. If he just doesn't.
Seeing as they're paying
anything.
like $30 million a year.
Hmm
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See if he doesn't do anything, go into next year, maybe even 2 years, and just get another quarterback in the next 2 3 years.
Mm-hmm. I could see that,
Exactly.
but yeah, I don't think they should go quarterback. At least this draft class.
I agree.
All right, guys. Since we've gotten all the picks, is there anyone you think that should have been in the top 32 or should have been drafted in the first round? Any big names that you think?
Um.
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about college football, so I don't really want to talk.
Maybe one of the receivers.
The only prospect I could see is, I would say, Ojabo, but he got hurt. So unless the
Mhm.
team's willing to take on that injury risk, I don't see him going in the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you to everyone who came to watch the podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like, share to your friends if you want. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.